Hey guys, how's it going? All right, I wanted to talk about this uh, idea that George could sue the state of Florida for a malicious prosecution, seeing that all the police and the DA's office and everybody else all agreed there was no probable cause to arrest George, and they refused to. And that's why there was such an outcry. So they hired this Corey lady. She came in and did the dirty work. She figured this was going to be a slam dunk, that this was probably a racist or something, and she could just make up whatever document she wants. Well, the document she came up with didn't have any real evidence or any information that would suggest George committed a crime. And there are legal experts that agree with that. In fact, she contacted the university of one of the legal experts and complained to them and sought his removal because he thought that her prosecution was ridiculous, criminal, he said. So number one is, you've got six elements. So number one is that George was criminally prosecuted, and that's a fact. And number two is that Corey did it, so that's a fact. Number three is if George gets exonerated through stand your ground hearing, that will fulfill number three. That, or if he wins in a trial. So number three, he would win that. And number four, that there was no probable cause for the prosecution to be brought, and that is a fact. In fact, her affidavit provided no probable cause. And that's a really big one, number four, because that's the one that says that the prosecutor was malicious. The prosecutor knew that there was no evidence and continued. She went after George because she was personally angry over the case. She watched the news reports and assumed that they were all correct. And even after looking at all the evidence, she was so involved that she decided to prosecute him, even though the DA's office and all the police officers said no. She went ahead and did it. So number five, of course, is that Corey started the proceedings or continued the proceedings with malice. So whether she started them or she continued them, the fact is she knows that they are bogus and that she's continuing this case against George without having and providing the evidence in dribbled just little pieces at a time. Like, the shooting happened in February, and they wait until January of the following year to provide the phone records of Trayvon's phone, which is key information. And even then, refused to give the GPS location of the phone during the critical moments. That is clearly malice. They know the judge is going to limit their time, and that's why they've drug it out like this and given little pieces at a time. And of course, number six is that Corey caused damage to George. So if Corey caused damage to George, that would be number six, and that would fulfill all the requirements of the six elements. So now that's why they're so adamant, and that's why they don't want George to get cleared, and they're going to fight tooth and nail. And that's why they're hiding information, keeping stuff away from the defense. They don't want the defense to know where Trayvon was during that time. Because if they did, they would be able to say Trayvon made it home and then came back looking for George. That would be the end of the case. And that's what I've been saying all along. So, good talking to you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.